What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Dragalia Lost video here on the channel, guys. And today, I haven't really seen a topic about this, but rubies are actually low-key becoming probably a problem for a lot of you players out there playing Dragalia Lost. This could be for new players who are trying to craft their core and their chimera weapons, to now endgame players who are trying to craft multiple 6-star weapons and high dragon trial weapons. And you're starting to reach a really bad ruby drought. Now, a lot of people who save resources and you really only crafting exactly what you need to clear with one specific adventurer hero, maybe you're sitting on, over 99 million rubies. But for people that want to build a lot of stuff and just to have access to a lot of different options to run different events, different Agatos, different high dragon trials, things like that, you may have been where I was at a day or two ago, where you were completely broke, and I actually did a bad thing, and I wasted a lot of stamina on just Avenue of Fortune to get rubies. So today's video, we're going to go over how much it's going to cost you to craft 6-star weapons, even the chimera weapons. You guys will see here on the left screen, we have the cost of rubies and materials to craft your 6-star Agato, which is going to be 2 million rubies for each Agato weapon. So that means you need 10 million rubies per 6-star weapon you're going to craft. Then on top of that, you have your chimera weapon, which is kind of crazy. To get the elemental chimera weapon, the tier 2, which you have to have, by the way, to craft a 6-star weapon. So if you want your Ieyasu to have his dark Agato blade, you have to spend almost 3 million rubies plus the materials to craft the chimera weapon before you can get the Agato weapon. And on top of that, you also have to craft the void weapon before that to get the chimera weapon. So it's a long ruby process to get this, which is a little unfortunate for the game, but it is what it is. Now, if we go to high dragon trials, I believe you need the core to get, or the void weapon to get the high dragon trial weapon. So for the high dragon trials, you need 1.2 million rubies, and then you're going to need to craft 5 of those, and then you're going to have to enhance it. So if I were to go to enhance on, for instance, my Yuden sword, I'm going to need then 1.5 million rubies. So it's 1.5 million rubies to get your tier 2, and then it's 1.2 million, I believe, right? Let's go back real fast. 1.2 million rubies to get your 1.2 million times 5. So then you're looking at overall of 6 million rubies to get your max unbound tier 1, and then another 1.5. So you're looking at, you're looking at about almost 8 million rubies to get your HD tier 2. Okay? So that's the requirements you guys are going to need. So yeah, you know how much it's going to cost. It's a lot of rubies, blah, 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 blah. But how do we go about, helping you guys out with trying to afford your rubies to get these? Now, obviously, if you guys cannot do high dragon trials, you guys cannot do Agato, then some of this video won't apply. But at least you can start gearing yourself towards what you should be doing to prepare your ruby stash for when you get to the point of your account when you can start grinding Agato and you can start grinding high dragon trial weapons. So, first of all, obviously the number one thing is do your dailies on Avenue of Fortune. Get your daily chest of doing master at least one time a day. You'll get quite a bit of rubies from there. With me having the double up rewards, we go to here. I'm getting 81,600 rubies on my weekly. I believe you get around 45,000-ish rubies per regular clear on not double drops. So I blew a bunch of stamina. I think I did something like 180 skip tickets, something like that overall, and I got something like 15 million gold, or 15 million rubies. Now, if we would have waited for double drops on Avenue of Fortune, then I would have gotten almost 30 million rubies for about 180, 150 skip tickets. I can't remember the exact number I used, but somewhere around there. So keep that in mind, that we are going to be having the 1.5 year anniversary in a couple of weeks. I assume it's going to be either right around Gala or right after Gala is when they're going to drop that. It's going to be very, very soon. So my opinion, I would not overdo on stamina to grind Avenue of Fortune. I would simply do your 1 clear a day and use that. So, because wait for double drops, because then you can blow a bunch of stamina in this, and it will be effective, because then you're going to be getting almost, probably over 80,000 rubies per run for 15 stamina. So that's actually super, super good. So keep that in mind. Wait for that. So the next thing to talk about is let's go into our exchange shop. This is going to be kind of the bulk of the video. Of how you guys can get rubies. And exchange shop is going to be a big part of how you guys can get rubies. So if we go into actual void battles, if we go to the monthly, first of all here, you guys see here rubies, you can get 1 leaf gives you 30,000 rubies. So every month, I believe we're able to get 50 exchanges of this. So that's going to bring you into, that's going to be 150,000, I believe. Add a 0, that's 300,000. No, I'm sorry, 1.5 million. So you get 1.5 million rubies for your monthly exchange, which I believe is 50. If it's only 30, then it's a lot less, obviously. But I believe it's 50 exchanges. You get to use 50 leaves a month to get this, which costs 1 leaf. You know, so make sure you guys are holding on to some leaves. At least have like 50. For rubies. But I recommend having enough to do all this. So before we go into what I'm going to talk about, which is going to be the big bulk of the video, make sure you guys have enough leaves to get all this stuff. So I'm not sure off the top of my head how many each of these you can get, but the main important things you want to save for is the Champion's Testament, obviously, Knight's Testament, Twinkling Sand, the fragments for your golden keys, the silver keys, I would get those as well. Moonlight Stones you don't really need to have because they haven't really released new 4-star dragons in a long time. Damascus Crystals, you definitely want those. Steel Bricks, you don't need to have those, so that's kind of your opinion if you want to keep those for potential like void weapons. You want to just 4-star without having to waste materials if you need those 4-star void weapons. And Eston Ashes and Stamina, you definitely absolutely need those. So make sure you guys are getting the rubies, the stamina, the wings, the crystals, the keys, the fragment keys, the gold keys, the sands, and then the both types of testaments. After that goes, depends on your resource stash. Do you need water? Do you need wheat stones? Probably you're going to need wheat stones for the weapon, so I would get the wheat stones for sure. And the dragon fruits. So it really depends on where you're at in your account. If like you have all your dragons maxed out and you have most of your worm prints maxed out, then you can probably skip on these to conserve your leaves if you want. Should only cost you about 50 leaves though, so. But now guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. So, you guys here have 8,410 leaves, right? Now, the big kicker here, guys, is that for 5 leaves, yes, it is 5 times more than on your monthly for your 50-time exchange or 30-time exchange, whatever it is. But if you're in a bind, and rubies is the only thing holding you back from progressing your weapons, I strongly recommend you do this. I did this. I got about 25 million or 20 million, something like that, rubies. And this was a huge jump because I was stacked so much on leaves that I think I had like something like 12,000 or something like that. So I used about 4,000 leaves. And I went ahead and replenished a good portion of my rubies. So now I can craft my Agato weapons, my High Dragon Tier 2s, all that kind of stuff of what I'm going to be needing to progress my account. So this is a very good last resort if you're completely broke. Now, I do not say go out and just do something like this, do something crazy like this and unload all your leaves to get all those. But I do say that if you're in a bind and you're waiting on, an anniversary event before you're going to farm rubies, things like that, then I would say this is a very good exchange for that. So I would definitely recommend that if you guys are being held back by rubies to craft your weapons to progress your characters, definitely use this. It's not a wasted option. It's just a very, I think it's a very, you have to be very smart with it for it to be a good option for you. Now, keep in mind also, you go to materials, remember, every snowflake you get is worth 80 of those leaves. So basically what that translates to is every snowflake is worth about almost 500,000 rubies. So keep that in mind. That's a fourth of a 6-star weapon. So every snowflake is a fourth of the rubies needed for a 6-star weapon, which is pretty awesome. So you see there are 217 snowflakes on top of having my 8,410 leaves. So yes, I can trade in a lot for rubies, but I'm sitting right now, you know, at 35 million gold or rubies, so I don't need it right now. All right, so that's the big meat of the potatoes of what we're going to talk about today. Is this exchange shop is a hidden gem of how you can get rubies without having to waste stamina pots on regular Avenue of Fortune runs, right? So on top of that, another reason why it is still beneficial even for endgame players to grind void battles if you guys are low on materials is, remember guys, the Chimera, especially the Chimera events, because they're super easy to auto. But Chimera and the expert void battles for like Needhog, Gene D'Arc, not Agni. Agni's really hard to auto farm. But Zephyr, all those guys are relatively, you know, semi-easy to auto farm. The Chimeras are super easy to auto farm. So keep in mind, you're going to need these materials. You're going to need your gold claws. You're going to need your not your void seeds. Well, you actually do need void seeds to 70 MC, but you're going to need your high level orbs. So, and plus you guys are getting your augments in these runs too, right? So you get two augment drops per 30 stamina if you're on double drops. So it's not that like you're only going in here for like potentially like the void crystals. So you're in the void seeds. You're going in there for other things that's going to help with your progression of your characters. So void battle farming is still a, you know, very valuable way to farm if you need the resources. So keep that in mind, especially you guys that aren't like, if you guys aren't able to auto or solo like HMS Expert, you're not able to solo any of the Agatos, whether it be Volk or whether it be Kai, then I say voids to use your regular stamina. It's still overall going to be your best bang for your buck for your, you know, your daily stamina refreshes that you're going to get over time and, you know, ranking up and things like that, your honey tree and all that stuff. So I say this is going to be the best bet if you guys are not ready yet to solo standard Kai, standard Agito, or Expert, or standard HMS, or other Dragon Trials you need for your Fafnir statues. So this is going to be super good, and it's not just because, like I said, of the Void Seeds, it's because of everything you get out of it. So that's going to be really good. Now remember also, you guys are also going to get, if you guys do Agito on Expert or Standard, which is good to note, you are going to get 100,000 rubies per clear. So yes, you are going to replenish rubies while doing these, but if you just are only doing Agito or only doing High Dragon Trials, you eventually are going to run out of rubies. So that's why it is important to take advantage of the exchange shop, you know, and all that good stuff. So I'm not sure if you get 100,000 for High Dragon Trials, like on Expert or Master, but I know for Agito you do for sure. So keep that in mind for all that stuff. But like I said, guys, take advantage of the exchange shop. If you guys are sitting on lots and lots of void materials like I was, because I was doing nothing but voids for the longest time until my account got ready to do High Dragon Trials and Agito, then I just have so much built up that it's just like, it's burning a hole in my pocket. I like have so much. Why not use it on rubies when I need them for crafting weapons? So it just makes sense, right? So there you go, guys. That's going to be the video overall. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are of the video. Did I miss anything as far as how to get rubies in a more efficient way, a more efficient manner? But definitely save up your stamina, guys, for the 1.5 year anniversary. I'm sure we are going to get a double drop Avenue of Fortune event. They usually do that with big anniversary style celebrations. So I would assume we're going to get double drop Avenue of Fortune, and that's a good way to use your stamina to really build up your rubies to be ready to craft more weapons. Keep in mind, we're going to be getting the next Agito probably, I would assume, at the end of April. So probably about, you know, 6 weeks away or so. So is what I think timeline-wise. So be prepared for that. But thank you guys so much for watching the channel, checking out the video today. If you guys were new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Ring that bell so you guys are notified when we post a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching us on this Sunday. And we will see you all in the next Dragalia Lost video. Peace out, guys.